building trust. And actually, what I was talking about earlier too about good animation isn't always. Well, each project is different, right? So, like the last project I worked on was this a bunch of animation for a museum, and it had this Tyrannosaurus Rex in it, and we were working with paleontologists, so not animators, and you know, we looked at a lot of Jurassic Park reference, and I worked on Jurassic World, and we were working with this paleontologist who hated those movies. Because he felt they didn't portray the dinosaurs accurately, and he had some good points. You know, he was saying, you know, if you watch an elephant, you know, it's a big, heavy animal, and his legs are always straight. And you look at like the dinosaurs in Jurassic World, they're always walking around with their knees bent, and they don't. Arguably, they don't look like they're supporting their weight. So he wanted them to be very stiff and having very straight legs, and it, you know, kind of the opposite of everything we learn in animation. We want to create nice, smooth animation with lots of overlap, and typically, you know, a lot of museums and you know, Discovery Channel shows and stuff, that they don't really have the budget for high quality animation, so they get sort of novice animators working on them, who are doing very cartoony animation with lots and lots of overlap. So that's what he was used to seeing in the projects he's worked on in the past. So in order to build trust with this paleontologist, I created my first animation I gave to him. It's not very good, but it was exactly what his notes were, which was to make it the stiffest looking dinosaur on Earth. So I had this dinosaur, we're walking around with the legs that were really stiff. It's, you know, there wasn't a lot of overlap in the head and body. It was exactly what he wanted. And at that point, he's like, oh, okay, these guys are listening to me. They're doing what I want. You know, they get it. They understand that, you know, these dinosaurs, and, you know, he does have a point. He knows his subject. But I communicated that to him with my first test. And then once we got into doing the actual shots, then we started to introduce a little bit more overlap and make them, you know, just started to add the nuances that we wanted to see in it as well. So, like I said, the first stage there was building that level of trust with these guys, so that they'd be happy and they'd be confident that they could leave us alone. And the rest of the project went relatively smoothly. You know, he gave us good feedback that helped us, you know, get the scientific accuracy of the dinosaur movement, but, you know, didn't micromanage us, or wasn't coming back with countless notes on things that would have just slowed us down from delivering good work. So does that make sense? You know, like I said, building trust is like the first stage of this whole thing, and the whole communication process revolves around that.
Yeah, I like that example, actually.
Okay.
Like giving the client what they ask for first, and then showing them what they're asking for, and it's not going to be as nice as they think it is in their head. But at least now there's trust.
Or at least they know that, like, everything you do beyond that is going to be based on their idea, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you've taken their idea, and then you're just going to level it up, as opposed to, you know, well, here's your idea, but mine's better, and we're going to do variations of mine. Maybe we'll sprinkle in a little bit of your idea into my idea. It's like, no, we're going to take their idea and make it better, as opposed to the other.
Yep.